Surprise! I couldn't resist. Hello and welcome to ARK, the complete series. Today we are on the island and we are over at the red beacon. As you can see, I've got a lot of Therizinos and a Yutyrannus behind me. That's because we're going to be taking another boss on. Where we've done the Broodmother and we've done the Megapithecus. Now we're going to take on the dragon. Now I'm actually going to skip the beta and the gamma. Well, it would be the gamma then the beta, but I'm going to skip those two and go straight for the alpha, because I've spent a long time actually breeding these Therizinos. They've also got some pretty good armour. Their saddles are at least level 100 from a blueprint that I found. So I'm pretty confident by putting these into the ring that they'll be able to take the dragon on. Yeah, we won't have a disaster like we had before, basically, with the Rexes. Now, the reason I want to use the Therizinos is just because they're better suited to the dragon. The dragon, you know, it has a fire attack, and it's these type of dinos are much better suited to that. They take much less damage than say a Rex would. They've got some good health, and they've also got good melee. They're pretty fast when they actually do attack as well. But the other benefit is, because they're herbivores, they can actually eat the actual sweet veggie cakes. I was reading somewhere you get something like 200 health from one of these veggie cakes. I mean, there's like a 30-second cooldown between each bite, but from what I was checking myself, I mean, I was seeing these things getting like 500 health. So, I haven't changed the settings on the server, so it makes sense to basically use them, quite frankly. So, we're going to jump straight in and get started. I'm not doing anything particularly fancy. I'm just going in with some riot gear to give me some decent armor, and don't have any weapons at all, although they would come in handy, because the dragon, it'll be flying around in the air for quite a bit of time. May as well take advantage of that, to shoot it with a, like a sniper rifle, a shotgun, or like an assault rifle or something. But trouble is, if you get hit by one of those fireballs, yeah, that's going to be pretty nasty. So I'm just going to take it easy and just stay on our Yutyrannus here. So this is Sooty, this one. I thought, well, yeah, he looks a bit dirty. So anyway, as I say, I spent a long time breeding these Therizinos. They're not right at the peak. They could have had a lot more XP than I've given them. But the trouble is, I was having a look to see how much XP they would have needed, and to be honest, it's just crazy. So yeah, I'm pretty confident with the settings I've given them will work, but you're not going to let me down here. Just so we're both clear here, that goes for all of you lot. We're not going to have any mistakes here. You are going to, you are up to the job, right? One way to find out. Alpha Dragon, here we come. So, like I was saying, we're going to spend time where this thing's going to be up in the air. We can't touch it while that happens. While it's on the ground, we're just going to basically set the Therizinos onto the... but we've got to stay out of the lava. The last thing I want is any of these getting stuck in lava. That would be just an absolute nightmare. But yeah, fingers crossed this all goes to plan, because I'm not too worried about the minions. Last time I played this, the damage over time was a lot higher. Right, you lot. Right, where is the beastie? Oh, there it is up there. Hang on it. Why didn't you go over there? Go on, mush. Hurry up before that thing starts breathing on us. Oh, I need to move. Come on. Seriously? That wasn't a plan. I didn't want to get stuck. Move. Move, move, move. As long as we keep moving, there's a less chance of we getting hit. Right, okay, so here come the Pteranodons. And I've got them on neutral at the moment, so I'm... Ooh, that's a thought. Come on. Oh, blimey, my arm is broke. Oh, I'm stuck in that. This is not going to plan. This is not going to plan. What the heck? Come on. Shiner, like, I cannot believe I did that. That obviously was a dumb start. Right, go on. Right, so I'm getting about 650 out of these beasties, which is good. I can't believe I didn't do a courage roar straight away. Ooh, it's hot. Hot. Come on, guys and gals. Oh, that's handy. It's breathing in the wrong direction. Why are you breathing over there? Oh, this could be my lucky day. It's breathing in the wrong direction. It's not even... Oh, that's weird, that. I've never seen it do that. Oh, blimey, these Therizinos, they are seriously on fire. Come on. Keep going. Oh, wow, I'm surprised at that. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to lose any. I mean, it probably didn't help that I didn't courage roll them in the first place, like. Come on, keep going. Because I've got 19 Therizinos in here, so there's 19 Therizinos plus the Yutyrannus here. Ooh, wow, that was a lot worse than I expected, to be honest. I seriously thought these guys and gals would do a lot better. I mean, there's some serious fried chicken going on here at the moment. Right, so in come the minions. Come on. Get rid of these things, will you? They're annoying. Ow. Yeah, I mean, that breath isn't so bad. It used to be a lot worse than this. Come on. I'm stuck behind it. Look, I don't want to be stuck behind... I don't want to be stuck on you lot. Oh, no. It's shining light. It's not good actually being stuck on a bleeding Therizino. Come on, you lot. Get in there. I mean, it looks like we're gonna do it. Ooh, right. Oh, Yutri's now crispy. So we've lost another one. Wow. So it looks like... I mean, look, the last time I did this, I was using Rexes. And even that went a lot better than this, quite frankly. Since then, Wildcard took off the damage, well, the nerf damage over time, so it's not as bad as it used to be. Wow, these Therizinos, they're not doing as good as I expected. That is troubling. That is seriously troubling. Right, and even more troubling is... Look! I need to get these blooming saddles. Ooh, that is painful. That was painful, because I've lost a lot of Therizinos, and that means there's a lot of saddles I need to get. Struth, I cannot believe we went through that many of them. I've only got 30 seconds to get everything back, so that means a lot of saddles I'm not going to see again. And they never even touched it. They barely even touched their actual sweet veggie cake, it seems. Look, can I wouldn't mind being able to get access to these things. Oh, we're already getting that one. Yeah, it's hot. Stop complaining. Some of the Therizinos have bigger problems than you. Nope, already seen that one. Oh, so many saddles lost. Oh, the shame. Right, so... Wow, they've hardly got any health left. That surprises me, that. How much have you got? You got about half. Right, so you've got that. So, just so you know, these things, they've got 50,000 health, 1,000 melee, they're fully imprinted. When I bred them, they had 20 mutations in health, 20 mutations in melee, and I managed to get about, I think it was, I managed to get enough XP because we've got an event going on. You get double XP for your dinos. It says in the notes you get double XP for humans, but you get double XP for your dinos as well. So I didn't have to put as much in. So it says that I've got like 500,000 something XP, but I only needed half of that, and that gave me 63 levels. I'm just checking my notes to try and remember what it was. It was 36 levels I put into health to give me 50,000. 27 I put into melee to get me onto 1,000 melee. And yet they still lost a lot. I mean, blimey, that's... let's see, how many did we lose? I mean, they've all got saddles of about 100 upwards. When I crafted all these, I made sure, out of the blueprint's about 89 or something. I made sure that I kept only the ones that were about plus 100. Everything else I just put in the grinder so I could reuse the resources. That's got me surprised. I am seriously surprised at that. I mean, I know that the dragon is by far the hardest boss fight. It doesn't help that I'm stuck on that one. What are you now? What are you stuck on? Right. 4 of them so far. We seem to have lost a lot. Shine a light. Go. Boom out the way. Right. So, are you stuck as well? No. Yes. No. What? It's a trouble when they're sort of like transported back. They can sometimes get stuck. It's worse with the Rexes. It's true, so that's 12 of them I've lost. Even though they had 50,000 health. Still lost that many, so... Ouch. I mean, I was looking on the actual table for XP. I mean, it's just crazy because it kind of says a lot to me, because I'm used to playing on single player, not single player settings, just single player. So that's where you play the game and everything's just played on your computer. Here I'm playing on my computer, but the actual server, I've got a separate server that's playing this game. So, you know, my computer's not doing as much. But I was having a look while I was going through the XP tables that hardly need any XP for single player, which it explains to me why I had so much trouble with the Rexes, because I was used to just only, you know, getting them XP from, you know, so many baby Rexes that I'd bred. I'd breed up a load of baby Rexes, feed them to the other Rexes basically, get them a lot of XP, and I was used to only having to use a certain number of baby dinos to do that. And yet when I went and played that on this server, I mean, it was the same XP. I thought I was giving them the same number of levels, but it was well out. And that's why it surprises me. It explains a lot to me, because there was just so many, there's obviously so many levels I must have been missing. I was just having a look at an example, I think it was, if I can find it again. Yeah, it was, if I wanted to get these things 50,000 health and 1,000 melee, it was going to cost me something like an extra 100,000 XP to get that one extra level. It was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, you're into, like, I think you're into millions or something, 3.5 million or something stupid to get every, you know, all 73 possible levels. I've only put 63 into these. Ooh, I am gobsmacked. I've got all of my tech engrams now and we've survived, but I'm not happy. This is not good enough. We could have done better. We should have done better. I think we need more melee. I mean, I put 27 into them. I'm getting about out of these because I had 20 mutations in health and 20 mutations in melee. I mean, that's about as far as I could get. And I was getting about almost, well, just over 900 levels in health every time I increased their health. But I was only getting about 12 levels when I was increasing melee. That's troubling, that is. You know what? We need to try harder. Yeah. I think it's time for Charlie Company to try this. This is Delta Company. We're going to try Charlie Company. Let's see if they can do better. Right then, well, this is Charlie Company. I've ended up having a bit of a rethink, so it's been quite a while since we actually took on the Alpha Dragon. I've actually gone out and done some breeding, taming, breeding. Yeah, it's taken a while basically, because I was expecting to pretty much just sail straight. I don't know. There's a strange feature going on with ARK these days. I used to get this with the rock drakes, and I don't know. It seems to have sort of like started with these the RGs now, where you jump off the RG and it just slowly starts to creep along the floor. Anyway, I thought that was unique to the rock drakes, but for whatever reason, RGs are doing it now. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I was expecting to pretty much just sail through that Alpha boss fight. I mean, 50,000 health. I thought these Therizinos would have just breezed through, no problems whatsoever. But obviously, it didn't quite go up to plan. I mean, we were only left with 7 left. I mean, I did only put 63 points out of available 73, but on the server, as I found, it takes something like 3.5, 3.6 million experience to get all 73 levels, whereas I'm only putting about 500,000 into these Therizinos to get 63. Interestingly enough, if you play this on single player, you only need about 159,000. That's a massive difference, 3.5 million versus 159,000. But so yeah, it's really expensive on a server. More so because at the moment there's an event going on, so I'm getting like double XP. So I only had to give them 250,000 XP. But the plan was I was just gonna take in the Delta Company, find out how much health they had left, and then I would basically find out, well, how much melee do you need, how much health do you need to be able to defeat the Alpha Dragon without losing anything, and ultimately, how much do you have to do, for breeding and so on. But because I mean, I wouldn't expect to have had to do as much as I've done, where you put 20 into health and 20 into melee. But obviously that didn't go to plan. Honey, it's not quite. I mean, we did beat the Alpha Dragon, to be fair, but I would have liked it to have gone a lot better. I expected it to have gone a lot better. So I was having a think about it, because I mean, normally when I've played this, I've just gone in with Rexes. Might have lost the odd one or two, so 19 Rexes and a Yutri. Usually just very simple. So I don't normally bother with things like Daeodons. Now the last time I used a Daeodon was in the fight with the Broodmother, and the problem there I found was that the Daeodon was it wasn't healing, it wasn't bothering, it just wasn't interested for some strange reason. But I mean, I've seen comments, I've seen it in forums when, oh yeah, you've got to use a Daeodon. So I thought, well, to be honest, if I'm going in here with like 50,000 health and I'm struggling, maybe I'm missing something here. So I went out, tamed up some Daeodons. I've done quite a bit of breeding. So this one here, she's got 40,000 health and she's got 60,000 food. So she's a lot better spec'd than the likes of these two. So I'm expecting her to be able to last a lot better. The other thing I noticed while we were in the battle with the Broodmother, though, was that Daeodon, as I said, just it seemed to stop doing any healing. But I've since found that if I actually get on top of that Daeodon and start riding it around, it actually disables the passive healing. So I'm not quite sure if this is going to work or not, because I have done a little test where if I get her to follow one of these Therizinos, passive healing will stay on it. So I'm going to try that out and see if that fixes my problem, because I don't want to keep getting on and off, because in the server, Wildcard have disabled the option to do auto courage with the Yutri, so I can't go into this fight riding the Daeodon and have her. Grimey's a new Yutri, by the way. I bred 2 of them. Sooty was the previous one. This is Grimy. Pretty much the same. But it's a case of I'm not 100% certain whether this will work. I've done a bit of a test where she's going to follow Charlie 10 here, and she's set on to do passive healing. I've given her quite a lot of superior kibble. Yeah, she's got superior kibble, because I mean she'll actually feed herself a lot better, and I have tested it where I can see she's, you know, if somebody gets hurt, she'll automatically start healing, and she'll eat the superior kibble. It does go down a lot slower. So the only caveat though is the fact that these things, they don't seem to heal that much, and when these things start taking a lot of damage, and they will take a lot of damage, I'm not 100% certain whether she's going to be able to keep them up alive long enough. So I'm taking a bit of a gamble here. What I've done is I've given these ones less health, so they've got 40k instead of 50k health. They've got slightly more melee. I've put the rest of the points into melee. I mean, it's not a massive change because I don't get that much melee for each level I increase it by, but it's better than nothing. So it's still the same amount of experience, 500. We're in an actual event, so it's only cost me 250,000 on this server. But yeah, that's a bit of a challenge. They disabled this option for auto courage on a Yutri when you play it on a server for whatever reason, which means, yeah, I can't ride her and keep control of the healing. I can't automatically heal her, feed her either. I've got to rely on her to start following Charlie 10, and we'll see how it goes. Now, if Charlie 10 decides to, you know, become a bit of a crispy chicken, then it could be a problem. But we'll just have to see. So, one thing I did notice actually as well is there's Daeodons and there's Dimorphodons in the battle, and they'll come after me. So I've actually improved my armor. I went out and took the trouble to get a better blueprint, put everything into crafting skill after a mind wipe and what have you. So in theory, I should be able to last longer, at least with that chest piece. That was one that I've made. I think that was one I found. So that's the better one I've got. That's the one I've found. So it's a case of I'll hopefully that one won't break and we'll be fine. The other thing I noticed is we're going to be stuck, because once these Therizinos start attacking the Pteranodons and Dimorphodons, they're just going to surround me. Maybe if I keep just running around, maybe that might help. We'll have to see. And the dragon, although I thought it was breathing away from everybody and I was getting lucky there, it's just an animation from what I can tell. It either way, it just breathes on everybody anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. It's just a bit deceptive. Anyway, moment of truth. I'm gonna jump on her. I'm not going to make the stupid mistake I did last time where I actually waited far too long to courage roar everybody. But whether we get caught up in Therizinos or not remains to be seen. We'll see how it goes. So, Alpha Dragon, take 2. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that Daeodon's still going to keep following. I'll have to double check that she's still following Charlie 10. Might have to. I think it's probably the first thing I'm going to do is make sure she's following, and then I'll jump on the Yutri. So, what was that? Oh right, it's because we're transport. I saw something falling down from the sky, and I thought that looks a bit weird. Right, yep, looks like. Oh, hang on. Yep, you're still following. Okay, right, everybody. Come on. Come on. Move. Are you going to move or what? Seriously, I'm doing the same thing again. I'm getting caught and up in these things. Come on, move. Come on. Don't stand there like total idiots. Are you going to bother? They don't seem interested in the slightest. Some of them are just going to stay there. Ow, 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 ow. Come on, come on, come on. Right, we'll run around. Dude. Ladies and gentlemen, get off me. Come on, come on, come on. There's the dragon, I can see it. No. Don't go after that thing yet. Alright, go on then. I'll let you. You're not too far from the dragon. Ooh, Crispy there is taking some damage. So poor Crackling. Guys and gals, come on. Seriously, all of you, get in there. Well, the Daeodon doesn't seem too interested. Can't tell if she's healing or not. Oh yes, she is. I can just about make out she is healing them. Right, we better back out because we're getting there. Otherwise, we're going to end up Crispy here. Back up a bit, yeah. So she is healing them. That's a good sign. So I think last time we were getting about 655 a hit. Now we're getting 730-ish. I mean, we're away from the lava, which is good. Come on, you lot. Get going. Keep going. This seems to be going a lot better. Oh, I can see quite a lot of damage on those Therizinos. Yep, that's a lot of damage. Come on, mush. So they've done quite a lot of damage to the... They've done quite a lot of damage to the dragon, which is a good sign. Well, that's good. At least nobody's gone over to the lava yet. Ouch. And I cannot see a thing. Wow. Come on. Land over here. No, I'm not going over there. No. Let it come over here. Go on. I don't know where poor Crackling's gone to. Oh, there she is. She's taken quite a bit of hit. It was just because the Daeodon, you can give it quite a lot of health. Oh, 2 so far. 3. Oh, looks like we're getting there. So, I mean, at least we're doing more damage. So, I mean, you know, if I put more health in, more XP into them, but that would be pretty expensive, to be fair. Well, we'll see how we've done. What? Oh, that's the actual. Hang on a minute. What's that? We'll see how we've done once we've come out. I mean, we've obviously... I didn't really keep track of how many we lost. Find out once we get out here, because we've only got a short period of time. So I did lose a lot. But obviously a lot less, because we've got the Daeodon in there. So it did at least go better than I expected. Well, yeah, it went better than I expected. I mean, I thought it would still have a bit of a whitewash there, where we would lose a large amount. And we did, to be fair. It looks like we've lost a lot. I mean, we've got at least 6 saddles there. Oh, we're stuck on. Now I'm going to have to get everybody moving. Right. Oh. I'm glad the Daeodon survived, that's for certain, anyway. I'm glad she survived. So she's busy healing. So she's... Ooh, so I probably could have done with more health. So it would have been interesting to see if if I'd had, like, you know, taken that Daeodon in with 50k Therizinos instead, but yeah, it is really just a balancing act. You know, you've got to balance out the health versus the melee, because with melee you'll do a lot of damage a lot more quicker, but on the other hand, if you don't give them enough health, well, they just won't last. That's always the tricky part, is trying to find that balance. But it's very expensive breeding these things, especially to this level anyway. That you're all piled up in each other. I suspect I'd probably do a lot better actually with the Rexes, because I normally do use them. I thought we'd just do a bit better with the Therizinos with their they supposed to take less damage, and they're supposed to be able to automatically feed themselves off the sweet veggie cake. Sheila been stuffing her little face with a superior kibble. And how much food have you got? Yeah, she ran out of food. I mean, I think I gave her something like 400 superior kibble. So she actually ran out of food. So obviously, by the looks of it, I should have given her a lot more than that, because they'll get a lot more. Yeah, they get a lot more sort of like food if you give them the superior kibble, because that's what you use to tame them. I mean, you used to give them cooked prime meat, because you'd get a lot of food out of cooked prime meat. So maybe, yeah, I suspect that would have gone a lot better than if I'd given her more food in the first place, because she's clearly run out. And I'm stuck on... Oh, crying out loud. Mush! Mush! Oh, for crying out loud. Everybody's just stuck. Right, so let's see what we've done. So we lost 7 that time round. So it's actually the opposite way around. So originally I went in with 19 Therizinos and came out with 7, so I lost 12. This time we've actually managed to keep a hold of 12. So there's only one saddle I'm missing. Let me just double check. Yeah, there's 12 of them have survived. So yeah, I think that would have actually gone a lot better, because oh, hang on a minute, she didn't eat that food quick enough. So maybe I should have gone in then with the reason I used that is because, I mean, if I just force feed her, you know, the superior kibble, it goes up a heck of a lot quicker. Yeah, the amount of food it zips through the food, and she gets healed from it as well. So I was expecting it would have done better that way. Interesting. So looks like I need to do some more experimenting with these little pigs, basically. But yeah, it's definitely much better, because oh yeah, you're on follow. Yeah, so that went a lot better because we had the Daeodon. So I stand corrected. It is better to have that Daeodon than not at all. Because I say my mistake before. I mean, I'll put her on. I'll take her off passive healing. Because what I did do originally, I mean, I'm actually on group. I've got all these Therizinos on a group setting. So that way, when I was telling them to go somewhere, it didn't affect her. She would just follow the Therizino. But let's move her over here. A mistake that I was making when I was doing the broodmother was this. I was putting that on passive healing, for instance. Just jump on. Oh, I don't think I get grimy moved, can I? Yeah, I can't get moved now. Mistake I was making. I was staying on a Yutri, and I was whistling them to go somewhere. Let's put you into group 9. So group 9. So if I tell you to go over there, it's not in the slightest bit interested. I don't know what it is. It's not even interested for some strange reason. Oh, there you go. Oh, so now you're going. Right. So the passive healing's still active. So there's definitely something weird going on here. I mean, she should have gone straight away as soon as I told her to move. Because you saw that when we were in the arena where a lot of those Therizinos were just sitting there, just doing nothing. But anyway, I thought that was my mistake, was whistling on the Daeodon to go somewhere. I thought that was breaking passive healing, but it's not. This is what does it. I get on, get off. Passive healing's broken. So when I was playing the in the actual Broodmother arena, I was getting off my Yutyrannus to put these in a better place, because I think I had two of them, if I remember. I was getting off the Yutyrannus, getting on one of these, because I didn't want them too close to the Broodmother, because they don't have that much health compared to what she's got. And that was what was happening by the looks of it. It was breaking the passive healing, and the Daeodons just weren't healing anymore. As I say, in the past, what I've been doing is I've usually just gone in with, like, you know, full guns with the actual with Rexes, and I've never had a problem. So I've never had a need for Daeodons. But yeah, it looks like, yeah, I stand corrected. I definitely need to pay more attention to these little piggies, because they're definitely good. Definitely a lot better than I thought, and that's mostly because I've given her a lot of health. I mean, if we compare these lot have been with me for quite a while. So she's a 320. Pork Chop over here, he's got only just less than 7,000 health. He's got just about 58,000 food, 53,000 food. So they wouldn't have lasted against the dragon. So I had to spend quite a bit of time breeding these, and they take a long time to do that. But it's definitely something I want to do, is probably have a little bit of a video, actually, I think, on breeding, because I've seen various people do various different styles and what have you. For me, it just takes forever, so I've found a way to speed it up a bit, make my life easier, at least for things like these ones that lay eggs. But for these ones, it still takes a while. But yeah, I think I might do some video on breeding as well. But definitely tempted to take this dragon on with Rexes in the future again, because as I say, I've used that before and that's usually gone pretty well. So it'll be interesting to do like a comparison, because I've been doing quite a lot of Rex breeding in the background. All of my Rexes before, they lost all their colours because of the events that were going on a while back. When I resurrected this server, the last time I played on it was during the actual Christmas event. That's how long ago it was. It's like about 6-7 months ago since I played ARK. So it's a case of, yeah, all those colours were lost. You obviously needed a lot better mutations and what have you. So I've got some serious Rexes to do now. And the next thing is, well, we've done the Alpha Dragon, and now we've actually got to do the Overseer. That's right, you up there in the sky. We're coming for you. I just need well, I need to think about how to do it now, and I need a decent army, because before I used to go with I used to go up against the Overseer with like a Yutyrannus and, you know, an army of dinos, and I would just leave the Yutyrannus with the army, and I'd just, you know, just take care of things on the back of a Rex. I can't do that anymore. I've got to change my tactics. It doesn't work, because you can't auto courage with these things anymore. It's not an option. Wildcard took it away, so I need new tactics. And they've even changed the number of gigas. They're no longer in the same place as they were before. I need to do some serious thinking. Either way, though, yes, you up there in the sky, I'm coming for you. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed watching it. If so, do please leave a like. That'll help me out a great deal. For whatever reason, YouTube seems to think, yeah, you know, if a video's got some likes on it, maybe other people would like to watch it. So, you know, they suggest it to other people to watch. So, yes, do please like if you can. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see more content, yes, do please subscribe. Just remember to click the little bell icon though, because then you get notifications when I send new content out. But until the next episode, thank you very much for watching. Bye!